Hello and welcome to UKGN Network. I'm Zoidberg, here to bring you our top 5 games for March 2017. It's been another bumper month, including the arrival of a number of AAA titles, and the overall quality has been that high some great games have failed to make the final 5, such as Ghost Recon Wildlands, The Elder Scrolls Legends, LEGO Worlds and Horizon Zero Dawn. It was also the month that Nintendo came back with a bang as the Switch launched, which has so far proven to be an excellent machine with bags of potential. Let's hope it gets the support that the Wii U didn't. With such a large quantity of games released, there have unfortunately been some that we were unable to play and therefore couldn't include in the countdown. Only brand new games that we have played are featured, titles already available on other systems, HD remakes, betas and early access are not considered.
Number 5.
Radiation levels normal.
The problem with releasing a new game in a long-running and beloved franchise is that there will be a backlash from those people who disagree with the developer's design choices. Mass Effect Andromeda is certainly nowhere near as bad as you will have probably read elsewhere. In fact, it's not a bad game at all, it's a really good one. The visuals and gameplay are easily the best in the series, and the Frostbite engine has been used to great effect in creating a decent variety of new worlds to explore. None of the characters were ever going to match up to the likes of Garrus, Shepard and Joker, but you grow to love them all the same, and by setting the story in an entirely new galaxy, BioWare have breathing space to explore fresh ideas, setting up potential new sequels. Allowing us to personalise our character without being limited to a specific class is an especially welcome new feature, and driving between locations is finally fun thanks to the Nomad having none of the annoying traits that marred the Mako missions. Yes, there are occasional glitches, but we never experienced anything that got in the way of our enjoyment.
Number 4.
We first encountered Sumo Digital's Snake Pass at last year's EGX, and the fact that we were eager to play it again at the Manchester Play Expo 2 weeks later tells you that the central hook works brilliantly. The snake movement feels genuinely unique, and takes quite a bit of getting used to. There are actually 2 available control options, and both offer advantages over the other, but it's incredibly rewarding once everything clicks. On more than one occasion, after successfully arriving at the summit of a difficult climb, or finally reaching a deviously placed collectible, we actually stopped, put the controller down for a second, and breathed a huge sigh of relief. In play, it feels like a game that would have happily belonged on the N64 or GameCube, and as you'd expect from a developer responsible for the likes of Sonic All-Star Racing and Outrun 2, it's all very slick and polished. It also has bucket loads of charm, with Noodle being the cutest central character in gaming since Woolly Yoshi.
Number 3.
With the resurgence of point-and-click style adventure games in the last few years, typified by Telltale Games and the King's Quest series, it was only a matter of time before some of the pioneers of the genre would return to it. Wed Park is the brainchild of Ron Gilbert and Gary Winnick, the guys behind Maniac Mansion and Monkey Island among others, and it finds them back at the top of their game. It's just like the last 30 years never happened, in the best possible way. In keeping with the retro look, it's set in the year 1987. At one point, someone even brags about her state-of-the-art Commodore 64. And it features 5 playable characters who you can switch between at any time, who are all investigating the strange goings-on in the titular town. For fans of the genre, there's plenty to enjoy here. The SCUM interface is perfectly recreated, the puzzle solutions are on the right side of difficult, and the dialogue is often laugh-out-loud funny. If you have the choice, try to get the PC version though, as mouse control works so much better than a joypad.
Number 2.
They're from your, huh?
Alert. Targets are rogue units 22B and 64B, currently designated for detention.
Platinum Games are one of the world's most idolised developers for a reason, and while Xbox owners are still reeling from the cancellation of Scalebound, along comes another PS4 exclusive to remind them what they're missing, in the shape of NieR Automata. The sequel to a PS2 game that was forgotten by many, but loved by the few who played it, this is a game that deserves to be remembered, and sits happily alongside Bayonetta, Vanquish and Metal Gear Rising as one of the finest games the developer has ever produced. Fortunately, knowledge of the original game isn't required to enjoy this one, although there are plenty of Easter eggs for those who do remember. NieR Automata is a game that effortlessly blends genres, mixing in elements of open world, RPG, brawler and bullet hell shooter without them ever feeling out of place. As for the story, let's just say two things. It's bonkers, and don't think that just because the credits are rolling that it's over.
Number 1.
Every once in a while, a game comes along where simply existing in the world is a joy. Mario 64 did it, so did Crackdown and GTA 5, and now you can add Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild to that list. Exploring the land of Hyrule is one of the most enjoyable things we've ever done in gaming. Whether you're traversing the landscape on foot, on horseback, or gliding through the air, it's a shining example of how to do an open world the right way. Thanks to a map that shows nothing, every single discovery is your own, and feels exciting as a result. It's all too easy to get distracted from where you're meant to be going by something that you see in the distance. But stumbling across another piece of armour, village, shrine, Breath of the Wild's answer to the classic Zelda dungeons, or a hidden guardian, feels extremely gratifying. The latter is also one of the most terrifying things you can do if you're not correctly prepared. Acting as both a must-have launch title for the Switch and a swan song for the Wii U, this latest entry in Nintendo's revered franchise is not only the best game of the month, it's also the best game we've played in years. And so there you have it, UKGN's top 5 games of March. If you don't agree with our choices, then let us know in the comments below, and we'll be back next month to see if there's more to April than a massive batch of re-releases. Like and subscribe for more videos like this one. Thanks for watching.